by another 6 months to give us the opportunity to sit down and negotiate the minimum wage and the adjustment that will come with it. So I've appealed to them. Peaceful protest is their right. And the letter they gave to me, I will pass it on to the president. I know there's hunger in the land, there's anger in the land, but the solution is still for us to pull together.
Do you understand the situation of Nigeria, or do you want me to explain it to you like you are a 10-year-old child? The situation in Nigeria right now is so bad that the people, like Sheyi Makinde said, right? The people are angry and they are hungry at the same time, confused too. The government is also confused. Now, here is how they are all expressing their confusion. The people are asking the government to do something. The government is asking the people, stop blaming us, just advise us. Instead of you to come together, or instead of all of us to work together, you are pointing fingers. We need the constructive criticism. You are asking hungry people to give you constructive criticism. And that's the confusion in Nigeria. The people, some people say, leave them, leave the government, give them time. They know what they are doing. There's a reform. There's a it will take time. Just give it time. Those ones believe that those in government know what they do. The people who are out there, who are facing the consequences of all of this, they are asking the government, do something now. We are dying, we are hungry. And the government is now shouting back at them like, shut up, Joe. Stop blaming people. Stop screaming, stop complaining like that. Instead of you to give government ideas, instead of you to advise us, instead of you to come together and help us. Baba, when they were sharing money for better edu, when these guys were looting all the billions of dollars that they have borrowed in your name, by the way, they didn't ask for your opinion and advice. So when they were awarding hundreds of billions of naira for cars, for houses, for themselves, they didn't say, come and advise us. We have this money now. But that's the confusion I'm talking about, okay? So for those who can pay attention very well, Nigeria has no direction. Nigeria has no government. Nigeria has no leader. It is not even on autopilot. You see, you don't see what the autopilot is. For flyers, for those of you who are flying all the time, you see where they say you are flying from London to Lagos, 6.5 hours or 6 hours. It's not like the pilot is going to hold the thing for the whole 6 hours. So there's a time for autopilot. We go drive itself. The plane go by itself for some time and all that. But the person, the pilot will be there, but he won't be doing anything. We'll just relax. Have you seen if there's a pilot they fly for 14 hours? Do you think it's the whole 14 hours the pilot is going to be like that? No. There's a break time. That's why they built autopilot that can actually do the same thing the pilot is doing at some level. But the autopilot can't do everything human would do. So human is supposed to be your leader or your president. You have none. Okay? Then a system that can run itself like American system. There is no how terrible an American president will be. That the system in America will not run itself. Yeah, there may be a little bit of here and there like that, right? But they have built a system that can run on autopilot for years, unnoticed. Do you know? Nigeria has no system. You have rogues, chancers, opportunists, pickpocket, thieves, career criminals who have no supervision. No supervision. They can do whatever they like. It's still a collapsing country. Okay? And no thanks to the criminals that are telling you Give us time. On the one hand, they're asking you to give them time. On the other hand, they are saying, stop blaming us, give us idea. Say, hey, well, you. Lord Michael, you get no, they do and well. People where they go barricade, they go protest. They know some people will say, go tell someone, come on for there, we they come now. But anyway, let's move on. Back to the streets. After Sheyi Makinde managed to kind of speak them on and say, yeah, there's no pressure, do your thing, and all of that. So, but yeah, we are working on something. They are not working on anything, nothing. What they have concluded as the easy way out right now is to ignore you and give sort of a crumbs to few and wait it out, see how this plays out. Imagine for you to have to face this for 80 years. Those who are telling you that it's just less than a year, they will be the same people that will tell you that it's just 4 years. But when you sit down, like Omolua, be like a human being, you sit down and you look at your life. You look at how much Bokuwari took from your life. Baba, if you were 22, when Bokuwari came in 2015, say you don't pass 30 now. Another person goes still another 80 years of your life. You say, hey. I mean, like when you sit down and you look at it and you be like, just 4 years. I mean, just 8 years. Life, just here. So your life is, I mean, like your future, your everything. They said, take it. Don't worry, take everything. 4 years. Like, it's just 4 years. So it's just 8 years. Now 8 years it go be. Your life, just here. Anyway, let's go back to the streets. Here is one. And this was, I think, Lagos.
For the last match where I end, I've been wanting us for this country. When I want Tinubu come here for us, when I come Tinubu, we don't want Tinubu again. We don't want them again. When Tinubu they go, we don't want Tinubu. He government don't favor us. He all time too very difficult. He going there worse. When I was going Tinubu come for Nigeria, how can they give us with our children? Price it don't cost. Fuel don't cost. Gas it don't cost. All of them don't cost. We don't want Tinubu again. He don't government, now he was pass. He don't worse. We don't want that. He don't than our head, fire on earth. He put us on air. We don't want Tinubu again. Yeah, but I'm not doing
That time when they say they don't want them Yoruba people, they won't kill us. Everybody must go back to his village. Now we don't want that. Now may go sit down, may do better thing. Now won't kill us. See person like me, I go they hug the altar for road. They will keep on the back of start. What did they call them? Black Maria. Black Maria. They will come back on. They keep people. Yesterday they carry my brother for Jordan. My brother pay 50K to just cross road though. My brother pay 50K. Maybe say you never see throughout this year. Forget the noise. 1,000 naira. You know me never see them. The children go eat. They increase house rent. Nothing may be done. No, they pass through for this country. Man, I beg this man. May not kill us. No want them again. No. And this is
for the last match where I end, I've been wanting us for this country. When I want Tinubu come here for us, when I come Tinubu, we don't want Tinubu again. We don't want them again. When Tinubu they go, we don't want Tinubu. He government don't favor us. He all time too very difficult. He going there worse. When I was going Tinubu come for Nigeria, how can they give us with our children? Price it don't cost. Fuel don't cost. Gas it don't cost. All of them don't cost. We don't want Tinubu again. He don't government, now he was pass. He don't worse. We don't want that. He don't than our head, fire on earth. He put us on air. We don't want Tinubu again. Yeah, but I'm not doing anything like
that time when they say they don't want them Yoruba people, they won't kill us. Everybody must go back to his village. Now we don't want that. Now may go sit down, may do better thing. Now won't kill us. See person like me, I go they hug.
My mama. Soli.
That's a tough one. Thank you so much. I had to kind of pull all the videos together, and something else happened as well. Mid-broadcast, my screen just disappeared, so I had to quickly fix that. So thank you so much for still being there. There is more, by the way. And if you are still with me tonight, please, you can still take a minute and like this broadcast, share it, okay? So because we're going to proceed. You see, a little bit back to Abuja, where one of, I believe, give me a sec, by the way. Can you still hear me? Right? Okay. So where the person who represented, I believe, the National Assembly, kind of said this. Just in between, then we'll continue with the rest. Thank you.
To maximize our potentials, maximize our natural resources, may we intervene in such a way that all Nigerians will be able to exploit the growth, even wealth that we have. We are all on the same page. My name, I am Senator Tinket Blanc, Chairman, Senate Committee on Labor, Employment and Productivity, and Vice Chairman, Senate Committee on Federal Character. I'm here with my brother, the chairman, who introduce himself.
Tell them what they need to hear, at least, so that they can go away, right? Here, I've shown you parts of Imo State. I've shown you other part of Ibadan. You see those videos you watch, right? Lagos, Ibadan, Imo, Enugu. In fact, Enugu, I'll take you to that one. They didn't want them to actually protest. They tried to stop them. But eventually, they were forced to actually do their own protest inside their own NLC office there, I believe. much music in that. But let's go to another one. I want you to keep taking a look at the numbers, okay, the gathering itself, and see if all of these people can at least understand that that number can be used for something more beneficial, something that can actually really change, not them trying to continue to remind their oppressors that we are just being peaceful. We are peaceful and all that stuff. You wish those, that number could be put to a better use that can actually liberate all of them. But they are still begging. It's crying too. Here. Anyway, a lot of you are already saying that I'm not part of it too. How Nigeria spoil, man, no deal. Because Nigeria life don't spoil. That thing, I was reading this on Twitter, okay? And somebody was like, man, your life don't spoil. But I just quickly kind of interpreted it into Yoruba. Like I just said it in Yoruba myself. Finally, like like, you know what I mean? Like these people have done so much to Nigeria that you can say life. Nigeria life don't spoil. It is sad to say, right? But it is true. And it's one of the truths that a lot of you don't really want to live with. Like, no, I can't accept that. I'm going to tell myself that it's going to be better if wishes were horses, beggars were right. Let's go back to their streets. They were all there. They don't work out with with their head. We'll leave them aside with their solidarity forever. I want to show you another one. I've got loads. I'm just putting all of them in piles, right? From Enugu to Anambra to Imo, Owerri, to Edo, Benin, to Ibadan, Oyo, to Kaduna, to Kano, to Kebbi, Birnin Kebbi, and on and on and on and on like that. They're like pieces of this to show that indeed, whether these ones are just workers, whether they are the real hungry, I don't think they are the real hungry Nigerians yet. Because when the real hungry Nigerians, all of them are they're really, really hungry. When you are ready, you'll be out. And that is why for now, even the Tifnumbus Abobakus themselves, they still have space to come out and tell you that leave him alone, leave Tifnumbu alone. When the hungry people come out to really show, say they are hungry, or they are finished, or they are, you know what I mean, like for real. Nobody will come out and say they are the supporters of Tifnumbu. So for now, more or less like workers, right? Here's another one.
Another challenge, a hungry challenge, a serious challenge. Say, another challenge. This one, a hungry challenge, a serious challenge, a hungry challenge, one day carry challenge, a serious challenge, another challenge. This one a hunger challenge, one day na carry challenge, best and PC challenge, na serious challenge.
The challenge, and now hunger challenge, na hunger challenge, na hunger challenge. That's from the NLC Enugu, the one I wanted to show you earlier. Take a look at this one too. I think that's the one. They have so much music in it. Just, I actually want you to hear what they have to say. Let's just risk it. You go touch everybody. However, in the midst of all of that, I want to take a stop in Lagos, where MC Olueron led his own pack of wolves. Then we can probably take it to Kaduna Kano after that and end it inside the asshole rock, where the Bobo of Oronsaye's report, which Goodluck Ebere Jonathan also said, I am implementing Oronsaye's report. Bokuwari came and said, I'm implementing Oronsaye's report. None of them implemented, right? Tifnumbu has come as well and said, I'm implementing Oronsaye's report to cut down cost of governance. All lies. We'll get to that point as well. And to the Ochenja, is it called Ochenja Market? Where a building collapsed in Onitsha, Anambra State. I have a copy of what their man, Soludol and Soludom, had to say. So, just to see the area too, right? Now, let's go to that MC Olueron's solidarity rally. All of you might be complaining of hunger here, hunger there. You just need to give Tifnumbu time. Okay? And here is their own solidarity rally in Lagos. That's not the right one. So what happened is that there is another one anyway, but give me a sec. I am going to go to that Kano first, then stop in Kaduna, and then back to Lagos. 1 sec. All of that just to tell Tifnubu that they are hungry and he has to do something. Like, anyway, here is Kaduna.
Everybody will come out. Slowly, slowly. They dance, they come.
Money no they miss, but they know they touch money, but money they miss, you know. Anyway, thank you very much for following all of that, as all mixed up as they can be sometimes, okay? And I'm going to take you to the part where they have just announced the same thing that Jonathan announced and Buhari announced, and then they are now merging some of these job for the boys offices created in the ministries and all of that, right? They are, you know, I'm talking about agencies, ministries that are totally, right, just duplicates, like replicas, duplicates of what the major is. Like, for example, now you have the police, and the police is supposed to be in charge of the internal security, okay? Any investigation that has to do with financial, you know, violence crimes, financial crimes, and other, like all crimes should be at the purview of the police. But in Nigeria, you have the police, then you have different, like about like 100 other agencies that are doing the same police job. And at the end of the day, many of them were actually like rogues, drawing so much money from their own, from their cover, doing nothing. And sometimes majority of them were turned into an oppressive tool against the same people that they were supposed to be. So they are now saying, you know what, instead of scrapping all of them, we just merge them together and keep all those guys in there by deceiving the rest of you who probably think, is that a good thing? Is it a good thing that they are like, that was 12 years ago? Do you understand? What they have, called Oronsaye's report, is no longer applicable to the contraption called Nigeria today. If there's any report that they should probably grab and do something about, maybe that would be the confab of 2004. No, sorry. When was Jonathan's confab again? The one he said he will come back and I've forgotten. But yeah, Jonathan's confab, the one he promised to come back and implement if he comes back, which would be like a new constitution, possibly restructuring of Nigeria and all of that. If you have something similar to that, is where you should bring out and implement. But this one is a fraud. But take a listen. Listen to this.
Very much, Honourable Minister, for the overview. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to quickly go over the items that were discussed and consequently approved at the Federal Executive Council. One of the key areas, as the Honourable Minister has mentioned, is the fact that our administration has taken a very bold step towards implementation on aspects of the Oral Sanya panel report, which speaks to mergers, subsuming, scrapping and relocation of parastatals, agencies and commissions of federal government. This is in line with the need to reduce cost of governance and ensure that we have streamlined efficiency across the governance value chain. We would go through quickly the list of agencies that have been so earmarked to be scrapped and their functions moved to ministries and agencies, and those merged and those to be subsumed. For agencies that are required to be merged, I'll take it. National Agency for Control of AIDS, HIV/AIDS, NACA, to be merged with the Center for Disease Control in the Federal Ministry of Health. National Emergency Management Agency to be merged with the National Commission for Refugee Migration and Internally Displaced Persons. The Directorate of Technical Cooperation in Africa to be merged with the Directorate of Technical Aid and to function as a department in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Infrastructure Concession and Regulatory Commission to be merged with Bureau for Public Enterprises. Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission to be merged with Nigerian Export Promotion Council. National Agency for Science and Technology and Science and Engineering Infrastructure to be merged with National Center for Agriculture Mechanization and the Project Development Institute. The National Biotechnology Development Agency to be merged with the National Center for Genetic Resource and Biotechnology. The National Institute for Leather Science Technology to be merged with the National Institute for Chemical Technology. The Nomadic Education Commission to be merged with the National Commission for Mass Literacy, Adult Education and Non-Formal Education. The Federal Radio Corporation to be merged with the Voice of Nigeria. The National Commission for Museum and Monuments to be merged with the National Gallery of Arts. The National Theatre to be merged with National Troupe of Nigeria. The National Meteorological Development Center to be merged with the National Meteorological Training Institute. The Nigerian Army University, BU, should be merged with the Nigerian Defense Academy to function as a faculty within the Nigerian Defense Academy. Air Force Institute of Technology, also to be merged with the Nigerian Defense Academy to function as a faculty of Nigerian Defense Academy. We now move to the agencies to be subsumed. The Service Compact with Nigeria Servicom to be subsumed to function as a department under the Bureau for Public Service Reform. The Border Communities Development Agency to be subsumed to function as a department under the National Boundary Commission. The National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission to be subsumed into the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Allocation Commission. The Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution to be subsumed under the Institute for International Affairs. The Public Complaints Commission to be subsumed under the National Human Rights Commission. The Nigerian Institute for Trypanosomiasis to be subsumed into the Institute for Veterinary Research. The National Medicine Development Agency to be subsumed under the National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development. The National Intelligence Agency Pension Commission to be subsumed under the Nigerian Pension Commission. For agencies to be relocated, the Niger Delta Power Holding Company to be relocated to the Ministry of Power. The National Agricultural Land Development Agency to be relocated to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. The National Blood Service Commission to be converted into an agency and relocated to the Federal Ministry of Health. The Nigerian Diaspora Commission to be converted into an agency and to be relocated to the Federal Ministry, to the Ministry of Finance. In addition, Mr. President constituted a committee that would work within a 12-week period to ensure that the necessary restructuring and legislative amendments that are needed to ensure the full actualization of these approvals was granted. He tasked this committee with an immediate terms of reference to proceed and ensure all of these are done within a period of 12 weeks. The committee membership comprises of the following. The Secretary to the Government of Federation will chair the committee. The Head of Civil Service of the Federation, member. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, member. The Honorable Minister of Budget and National Planning, member. The Director General, Bureau of Public Service Reform, member. The Special Advisor to the President on Policy and Coordination as a member. The 2 Senior Special Assistants to the President on National Assembly are members, and the Cabinet Affairs Office will serve as Secretariat. The committee would look at the administrative restructuring and also the legislative amendments required to ensure the full implementation of the recommendations. There are other aspects of recommendations that have also been passed to the committee to relook at. It's important for us to...
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, may them kill you. 70 years old.
May God not allow them, may them kill you. Were you listening to all those agencies? Some of them you probably didn't know they exist ever. It's not scrapping any. Do you imagine them? All those boys, they will give them different names. They will continue to act like they are. Nothing really changes, okay? Just so that they will say, oh, we took them. You know, it's like you calling this place the Office of Public Complaint Commission. Now, inside that Office of the Public Complaint Commission, you now have the finance department, cleaning departments, what else again? The security post, those in charge of security, utility departments, legal departments, and all that within that space, supposedly in this building. So what these rogues have done is that they will just be like, this is a Public Complaint Commission office. You see, the departments in charge of cleaning, we think they deserve their own director and building and their own budgets. They will now say the toilet handlers for the Public Complaint Commission agency. You understand that now? That's how they create all these funny names. Some of them you don't even know they exist, and they put people there, they write them, they put them as directors, and they write, I mean, these guys are drawing salaries from Nigeria. Nigeria's wallet, right? It's a scheme, it's a scam. And they just want to act like they are doing something. Oh, look at us. We are doing something to make sure that we cut down, to reduce the size of government. It's all lies. So when you turn around and be like, how come after all these things they said they are doing, how come things are still the same? Things are still not changing? Because they are lying to you. They are. And that is why if there is anything at all, you should not be asking for the removal of Tifnumbu, the removal of a shitty man, or just the removal of APC, or prevention of PDP, or preventing labor. No. You have to end the establishments. It is the system that is rigged against you. It doesn't matter who is in charge of it. You get that? So if you're asking them that you are hungry, you are this or that, they will give you something to salivate on, like, okay, let's see now. Ask them how much are they going to save from it, and then give back. Nothing. Rather, they withdraw more money when you are no longer looking at them like that. And then you'll be asking, how come things are not changing? Things won't change. Because the more things change, the more they remain the same. Koolu Okpara, my dear brothers. Brother, how are you? And thank you so much for your super chat, by the way. Really appreciate that. Thank you. So all of these are just deceit on the side, just same way they told you subsidy was gone and they were going to save money from subsidy. But if you ask them, how much money have they saved from subsidy so far? Zilch, zero. In fact, they have continued to commit themselves to even more subsidy, but this time to their own friends, like the Bureau de Change, right? Somebody said when they were going after the Bureau de Change, the BDCs, is because they were trying to replace them with their own middlemen for their own round tripping, and then give the people the news that make it look like they have just made a reform of the BDC. Nothing. You understand? So yeah, we have seen the Bala Ahmed. Is it Bala Ahmed Usman Abi? What's that woman's name? Who happened to be under? She was with Bokwari as well, I believe. And that's them telling you that they are cutting down cost of governance, but they are taking these people to Qatar. Qatar, where they told them, don't come. Please don't come. We're not going to be around. Yeah. Tifnumbu insisted. And in fact, he more or less like bullied them into saying, okay, yeah, come. Now look at the list of those who are following Tifnumbu to Qatar, right? To go and discuss how to help you in Nigeria, in Qatar. This is called the Investment Forum, something they cooked together inside the Old Rock. Now, I don't know how much this is going to cost you, but I promise you it's not going to be anything less than at least 500,000 US dollars, which is the money that Cardi B would have to produce. Okay? He would have to make that available for Tifnumbu when himself and all these people. But look at the list now. SAP household, SAP this, that. But guess what? This one is personal assistant on special duties, general duties, photographer, videographer, NTA reporter, tech ops, luggage officer, this, that. And what do you have there? The Borno governor. I mean, you remember when Tifnumbu said is putting embargo on foreign travel. No more foreign travel. We have to save money. I mean, these guys just talk like they are talking to stupid people, right? That just take whatever they say to them. It's more or less like a do as I say, not as I do. And they are really, really comfortable, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're looking at, for those of you who are thinking that maybe protest is going to get this one said, no. So those of you who are thinking revolution could do it, your revolution must be a revolution that uproots all of these criminals, an establishment that will completely be wiped out. So if you wipe the establishment, it's very strong, and it's not a Tea Party. All the advantage you have is the number and a well-coordinated sort of revolution, you would say. But if your revolution is not clear, it's just about getting one person or getting two people, you have no idea. Those who are still waiting to take over, those who are waiting to